Hey everybody, Ryan McCaffrey with IGN. I'm joined by the great Brandon Tyrell, he of the hero shooter master's degree. You know this genre, my friend.
Apparently I do.
do.
I've become the go-to man for it, yeah.
You are indeed. We're looking at Battleborn.
We are. Yeah,
which
this is Battleborn.
Of course, out in May. We got a PS4 beta coming fairly soon.
Yep.
And, first to PS4,
First to
say.
PS4, right.
So we got a couple new characters. We just looked at, in another video, Galt, who is
yeah.
totally up my alley. Let's see what Deande.
Deande, I believe is how it's
All right,
pronounced.
we're going to go with that. What
yeah.
she's all about.
So Deande is sort of on the other side, where Galt was the tanky-ish kind of, got a hook, got a shotgun, going to bring you in real close and then pump you in the face with it. Deande is the sort of fragile kind of assassin type, like go invisible, jump behind you, get that backstab. She's very much the stealthy player approach.
A lot of damage, but not a lot of defensive capability.
Exactly. And I mean, the great thing about Battleborn is that you have gear that you can equip that gives you all kinds of different modifiers. So for characters like this, you throw on some lifesteal.
Oh yeah.
You do yourself real all right.
You know what she reminds me of so far is like a almost Diablo in first person. Just sort of, I don't know, there's something Diablo-ish about her.
Yeah, just always running forward.
Like a Diablo hero that's just running up and hacking.
So you can see her primary attacks are
Ouch.
Her primary attacks are these sort of metallic fans.
Yeah,
war
fans.
The war fans that she uses. She runs around, and in one hand she can, with one attack she can do sort of this quick melee attack, and in the other hand she can whip these things out like that.
Oh yeah.
For some pretty decent damage, and they look like they curve as well. But like most of the degenerate. The characters from the he just
get it together, Brandon.
He just stood there and took it. It's really hard to talk while I'm watching this. Like most of the characters from the Degenerate faction, she just attacks really fast. All about getting up in your face, and hitting you real hard.
So you mentioned the war fans. The right trigger is the melee, left trigger throws them. Then you've got her passive skill. This is pretty cool to me.
Yeah.
If you can cloak, and then for 3 seconds after uncloaking, all skills and attacks do an extra 25% damage.
Yeah, which is, again, it's going to complement her kit really well because she is that stealthy assassin, and she'll drop her first skill, which basically puts out a clone of her, or decoy.
That was Burst Dash, by the way. We just saw that charge. 200 damage with a pushback on that, too.
Yeah. But she'll drop her decoy, sneak up behind him, and then do an attack for extra damage. And then after she comes out of cloaking, she's going to just wreck and do a bunch more damage. And you can see, like, people can't get away from her.
What mode is this, by the way? What game mode are we playing right here?
This is Meltdown. So Meltdown and Battleborn is sort of like a 5v5. 2 lanes, and what you're doing is trying to push your robots into their sort of, you can see right here, these
hellmouth thing.
These grinder hellmouth portal things, and while defending your own from their robots.
Got it.
So it's sort of like a constant pushing mode.
You mentioned the decoy. It's called Hollow Twin.
Yep.
And you're telling me before we started recording, the Hollow Twin has AI on it, so it's not just like a dumb thing that runs in a straight line?
That's right. So if you, she pulls up her skill Helix there. If you are familiar with Halo, you might remember the decoy that you send out in a straight line.
That was Reach, right? If I remember right?
I think it was introduced in Reach. Yeah, it was in 4 as well, I believe. Yeah. But basically, you throw that out, try to lure some fire. Deande's decoys actually got kind of an upgrade since then. So you throw that out, and it's got AI on it that will actually pretty aggressively chase after the enemy and, do a better job of making them think that's who you are. So they'll, like right there, they were attacking the decoy. She went in from behind, carved him up.
Good burst dash there.
Yeah, and you can even see these guys have shields on. She's just really kind of hammering through them. I like her. So her backstory is kind of interesting. Every character in Battleborn's kind of got their own backstory, and she is from the same sort of faction that the sort of main antagonist of the game is from.
Mm-hmm.
He sort of did a coup, and she's one of the high-ranking members of that empire, the Degenerate Empire. And once she saw that he, defected and joined this third sort of ominous, villainous faction in the game. She joined the Battleborn in an effort to stop him.
This is nuts going on.
Yeah, this is
crazy action.
There's a lot of stuff going on.
And you mentioned, too, you were mentioning a bit of backstory. Again, I like that this does have a story and a campaign, and you can play through it solo, or in co-op, should you so desire. So I like that. I like if I want to enjoy the game solo, I don't have to get online and play with other people.
Yeah, absolutely. And even so, like if what I hate about multiplayer games only is that if I feel like making progress, I have to play with other players. But sometimes I'm just in the mood to like kind of run something by myself.
Right.
Jump into the story mode. I don't want that. I mean, I love playing competitive multiplayer games. Like I like turning up the pressure. But at the same time, there's sometimes I just want to jump into a solo experience, and Battleborn definitely has that for you with dungeons and story missions and all kinds of other stuff you can do alone or with co-op. And the gear and stuff that you find in those missions you can take into multiplayer as well. So you're always like upping your competitive edge. Wow.
Yeah, again, this is Gearbox. You can definitely see the Borderlands DNA in this game, both not only gameplay-wise, but aesthetically too. But but sort of fused with a MOBA.
Yeah,
it's like Borderlands plus some new sauce plus some MOBA sauce.
Oh, here comes her ultimate. It's called Blink Storm, where she basically just throws out a cone, and then there's her decoy as well. Man, she's just pulling out all the stops to take down Montana.
That
there
guy's
it is.
done.
Yeah, he is. I mean, he's a big boy, but
not anymore.
Not anymore. But Blink Storm, she basically, she unleashes this just like flurry of strikes ahead of her. It stuns enemies and also just does a bunch of damage with each hit. And if there are multiple enemies in that cone, she'll stun both, or stun both and split the damage.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, or just pile it all on one person like she did there. So it seems like a great way to either lock down a group or like a get out of jail free card. And I don't know, but it looked like she was invincible during that.
It wouldn't surprise me.
I'm not sure, but that would be a great sort of saving grace as well. Going into her skill helix there, Battleborn uses a helix, so every time you level in a match,
Ooh.
Yeah, you get access to the next tier of the helix, and you can choose. Oh, here comes that ultimate again. Nope, aborted. You get access to the skill helix, and you can basically choose whether you want one option or the other, and they each affect you, and generally in different playstyles.
Oh,
there it is.
Ooh,
yeah,
that's
wow.
the rough. Oh, I was about to do the rough math there, but I think it went too fast for me, and I'm not good at math.
It looked like 10 hits.
10 hits at what, 80 something apiece?
I think it was 50, or maybe 80. What, did it say 80 on screen? I think base.
I thought so.
I think base is 50, but with her levels and her gear, it might have been pushed up. And again, in Battleborn, you get to bring 3 pieces of gear into each match. And then you earn in-game currency as the match is progressing, which you use to unlock them. Wow.
All right, so just the team we're watching is thoroughly dominating.
It's quite good.
I'm guessing I'm playing on the losing team, because that's usually what happens. So yeah, the PS4 gets the beta first.
That's right.
But there will be an open beta for this, and the PS4 beta has an extra character that the other PC and Xbox will not.
I think you'll get access to it first on PS4, but everyone will eventually get access to it. I believe is how it works. But yeah, game's out May 3rd. The beta will go live really, really early next year.
I don't think they've dated it yet.
No, I don't think they have, but it'll go live early next year.
Poor guy's just trying to heal.
I know. This is just so brutal. I'm really, really interested in seeing how top level play in this game goes.
Oh, that should be interesting to watch.
Yeah, because it does seem so frenetic, right? So hectic that I can't wait to see how players who are more methodical and precise than I am.
Well, and working super well as a team,
yeah,
too.
exactly. You know, I've played this solo, and I've played like at different conventions and different events.
Yeah.
I've played with other players just in that big long line of console setups, you know, that they do, and it was fine. And then I played with 5 players working on a team together, and it was a totally different experience.
I believe it. I totally believe it.
Thank you.
Nice
God,
level up there.
I hate Benedict. He's so hard to nail down.
Victory is nearly upon us.
That's right. It's first to 500 and meltdown.
Yeah, less than that, 60-something more points to go.
Interesting little tidbit of information. I guess when they were designing her with her fans, man, that never gets old. 94.
Yeah.
When they were designing her, they looked to like samurai in different sort of dinners or whatever, like different events where samurai couldn't bring his sword or his weapons with him. They would carry these decorative fans that were tipped with metal blades that, you know, in a pinch, you could whip that bad boy out and, you know, do some negotiations with it.
In case dinner goes really badly.
Yeah.
Just about to win here.
Man, it's looking real hectic. This should do it.
That should.
Oh. Wow, 496 to
4
76.
points to go.
This is just really rough to watch.
Where's the mercy rule?
I know. And now that other team is forever memorialized on IGN.com.
Yeah.
There you go.
There it is. That is Deande, new character in Battleborn. There are many characters in Battleborn.
Over 20 at lunch.
So hope you enjoyed the video. And for much more on Battleborn, keep it tuned right here to IGN.